Why don't you talk about your decision to come to New Orleans?
Uh, going to the draft process, there was a team that I talked to a few times and things like that. And when it got to the point where the draft was going on, New Orleans was out of picks and things like that. They reached out to me and we had great conversations over the phone. They basically just told me if my name wasn't called, give us a look, and after that, my name eventually wasn't called. It was just I just felt like it was a base case scenario for me to go there, have opportunity to make the roster, things like that, give me a chance, and they also showed me that they really was very very interested in
Malcolm, did you grow up a big Saints fan?
me. Yeah, I did. I grew up a Saints fan. My parents big Saints fan. My whole family big Saints fans. To be honest, and that's a lot of people think I made my decision based on that. That's not really it, but it just happened to be the Saints that gave me the best opportunity, to join that team. I'm happy with that.
Did you go to a lot of Saints games growing up, or no?
Nah, to be honest, I never been to I never been to an NFL football game before. So the first game I play in is gonna be my first ever NFL football game.
Did y'all make it to the Dome in high school?
Nah, the year I left, my high school went to the Dome, but I played in the Dome before. I played in the Sugar Bowl.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
And you had, like, your dad played at Southern, your brother played at Grambling. I'm sure you've been to a bunch of Bayou Classics too.
Yeah, I've been going to the Bayou Classic since, I've been to the Bayou Classic every year until I, took off and went to college. So, the Bayou Classic is very, very big and big part of my family. So, been going there every year to 2016, I have to say.
Were you cheering for Grambling or Southern?
When I started going to my dad was working at Grambling, he was defensive coordinator at Grambling, and so I always cheer for Grambling. And my brother ended up going to Grambling, so our family be split in half with who everybody's going to cheer for. And so I always cheer for Grambling during the Bayou Classic.
How much did it help you, man, just growing up being being the son of a coach?
It was very big because I'm able to understand things. I'm able to learn a playbook, learn multiple playbooks. I've done that before. And, also able to learn multiple positions, but also able to do it fast and comprehend them very, very fast. So being a coach's son is very helpful because, I understand the game of football and understand the different terminology people use and things like that. So I'm able to get things quick, and it was very big for me.
When the
Saints in high school?
What'd you say?
Was your dad pretty hard on you in high school?
Nah, he wasn't really hard. He pretty much was like everybody's father. So like, the whole team, they'll be staying at my house and things like that. So I was just kind of like another one of the guys. Just so happened the coach happened to be my dad, but he wasn't very hard on me in high school.
Did the Saints' recent history with undrafted defensive linemen, did that play into your decision at all?
Yeah, that also played into my decision. A number of undrafted free agents usually make the Saints team every year. And, and I just look at this as the Saints, another version of the Saints draft picks. I think we only have 4 this year, so this just the extended version of the draft picks. Weren't able to get everybody they wanted to, but able to get some of the guys they wanted to get through free agency.
When the Saints called for the first time during the draft, did your mind start going towards, I could play for the team, for my home state team, or were you still so focused on another team might pick me?
Well, it was a number of teams calling, and when the Saints called, that's when it hit into my head a little bit, but they called so early because they were out of picks around like the 4th round, so they called so early, so I was just like, okay, just see how everything goes, but also I have a home with one team is calling me saying I could come there if I'm undrafted, so also knowing I had a home somewhere and I could possibly end up there, it kind of went to my mind a little bit.
Were you prepared for how crazy that process is, just with teams calling you and your agent left and right, and you have a few minutes to decide your future? I mean, I've always heard it's a little chaotic.
Yeah, I was very prepared. You know, my agent and I we sat down for weeks before the draft even started, and you know, broke down the depth charts of every team, and you know, broke down you know, how many free agents they usually sign, you know, what type of money they get at free agents, what scheme they run, things like that. So we broke everything down from the coaching staff to the roster to the salary. So when we knew we knew that could come into effect, you know, just as being a worst case scenario. And so happened it was the worst case scenario. We were prepared for Plan B. So me and my agent and I did a great job preparing for that. And, you know, I got to thank him for you know, letting me know that side of the game, and you know, also just happy with myself for being prepared for that.
Malcolm, you saw
after doing that research on New Orleans and their scheme and all that stuff, what made him appealing from like a football standpoint?
You know, just as the scheme they run, you know, they love defensive linemen that can play multiple positions. You know, also love you know, getting the field, getting to the quarterback, things like that. And you know, just being a defensive lineman that can play multiple positions is very big in my situation. Being able to move around the sub package is very big. So I had to think yeah, I'm sorry, y'all, my daddy yelling at me and stuff, but it was very big, and that's one of the reasons I was came up with choosing the Saints.
Hey, do you know Malcolm Brown?
Yeah, I met Malcolm Brown twice before. You know, I met him in the locker room before. Also met him, you know, just around campus. You know, I was coming into the facility and saw him walking out. So, you know, I've been twice before, introduced myself to him, and you know, he's not really on social media, things like that. So I haven't really been able to reach out to him or anything like that. But I'll be getting his number soon, just to you know, get in contact with him.
Good stuff.
Malcolm, you also had little Jordan Humphrey. He was on you know, so what he came in here last year and did as an undrafted guy, and you know, ended up playing in a few games. Have you reached out to him, and has he maybe given you any advice on this opportunity?
Yeah, LJ, you know, man, LJ, you know, we came into college with each other in the same class. So, you know, LJ is a guy I've been talking to every day since, you know, I stepped foot on campus, almost every day. You know, the communication kind of stopped a little bit, you know, when he went off to the NFL and things like that. But we always been in agreements with each other, so we always able to keep in contact with each other. You know, that's my brother, you know, for life. So we've been talking to each other lately. You know, we both was in Dallas training before the COVID-19 happened, so we've been in contact with each other a lot.
Does anybody have anything else for Malcolm?
Just one question. Just has your phone stopped buzzing from just friends and family from when you signed with the Saints? Are you still getting messages?
Like still getting messages to this day. Got so many messages that I really wasn't even able to respond to all of them. You know, I tried to do the best I can responding to all of them, but it was just so many, you know, so many Instagram DMs, and you know, people hit my mom up on Facebook, you know, on Twitter, and all those type of things. So, you know, if I'm able to tell anybody, just tell them I saw the message. I appreciate everything. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna see this, but I just wanted to get that out there to them.
Thank you, Malcolm.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.